And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. A give to Jones. Finding room at the 30. And he's got room. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big pickup there on the run.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Play fake. Here's Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Throwing again on 2nd down. Love. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Love. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones there to make the grab. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. Steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Love now. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here now at 11-8. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 55 yards. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there.
And I think the ball's out. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. To throw is Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, just make anticipatory
Lethal,
throws.
are you there?
See it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Lethal.
They gave it up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return is Duvernay. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. For the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Aaron's back, Lethal.
There, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First thrown out for the backup Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Crosby is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Steps away. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Lethal. Lethal.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. From the 10.
Lethal. We got to put Aaron in lethal. I don't think you're going to like Aaron. And ever since you started high stepping, it's been really, really downhill for you, lethal. Really downhill. But don't worry, lethal, I got you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles,
don't worry, baby, I got you.
I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Snap comes at 1. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now here's a throw, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It's a gain of 5, and it'll lead to a 4th down. To throw now, here's Love. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down, but he
poor lethal.
Pretty good.
And That's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense,
Poor little
are going
Lethal.
through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations
Poor
as
little
well.
Lethal.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Poor little Lethal might not even get the ball back.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
Aw, poor Lethal.
This offensive line, they're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Rodgers now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Justin Malavike just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's in.
Poor Lethal cannot catch a can't catch a damn break.
On first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback.
Oh, poor Lethal.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Poor Lethal.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away.
Poor Lethal. Couldn't catch a break when he needed it.
And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other side.
I could have beat you with Jordan Love. I didn't even need to put Aaron in.
A very difficult road.
You're a
Down
bum.
2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You
Poor
gotta
Lethal.
score, somehow get the ball back and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Poor
Jackson
toxic
and the
Lethal.
Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Poor Lethal's about to throw another pick.
Start the drive. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Oh, he's got some breathing
Oh,
room.
nice move, Lethal. Nice move, Lethal.
Rashad Bateman, 77 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Here.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And
Poor
it is
toxic
kept to 2
Lethal.
here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
Poor toxic Lethal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Poor toxic Lethal.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid,
Running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run
Poor
it inside,
Lethal wants to
run
kick
the
a field goal to
catch the
end it.
ball in the backfield?
Oh, poor Lethal.
Get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Now Dobbins again on second down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to
Lethal, even if you kick a field goal and win by 1, Jordan Love played a whole half. You've been an absolute loser this whole time.
Throwing, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stage.
Oh, poor Lethal.
Tucker's kick is good.
Poor Lethal.
Minute to play. They have taken the lead.
Well, he was a spectator.
Should I put Jordan Love in to end it?
First field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want
Alrighty
and he
then.
seized his.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Rodgers to throw. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining. On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And brought down.
Clock it.
To get it to their 30-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, poor little Lethal.
Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And the clock will now stop.
Good game,
as the
Lethal.
Timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Good game. Good game, Lethal.
And the
Good game.
14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's some... And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.